Hello and welcome back to another episode of Authentic Life and Business. I'm your co host, Anna.
And I'm Tanga.
So, today we are going to discuss why you're not getting more clients in your coaching business. It's a bit of a big topic, so I think we'll sort of just break
Mhm.
this up and maybe speak into a couple of points that come to mind. But, Tanga, go ahead, start us off.
This is the a lot. I know. I think I say it all the time. This is a big one, but I think for a lot of practitioners, we work with a lot of coaches, including ourselves, and what we experienced is you will have a freaking good program there, but you're frustrated because you're just not getting the numbers, or you've solved a major problem that you know that your audience needs, but for some reason they're not stepping forward, or they might be. You sort of know that these people in the background, eyes are
Mm.
looking, they're hearing things, and you might meet some random person that says, "Oh, I saw your great thing that you shared," and then you're thinking, "Oh my gosh, you haven't even." You didn't even acknowledge that. So I think
Mm.
we all get that when we've been in the space. And so now it's really going to be some real truths about why you're not getting those clients to
Mm.
convert.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the biggest thing for me is your offer needs to be so dialed in that it makes it irrational for your client not to invest in you. So
Mm.
it can't be anything airy fairy. It can't be just, oh, I've got 20 modules for you. That doesn't mean anything. We need to make sure that the messaging that goes out there has the client going, holy heck, if I don't do this right now, I'm not going to survive. I need this. So
Yeah.
get your offer dialed in so that you know exactly what the difference is, and then in the language that your audience resonates with at the time they are in their current journey.
Yeah. I think what comes up for me is we tend to overcomplicate it, don't we? Almost
Yeah.
like we feel like we have to um oversell it. We've got to talk about the exact strategy and every step that's involved in being able to
Mm.
deliver the transformation. When really all they want to know is what is the transformation? My before and after. What is that going to look like? And like you said, just really speaking into it, using their language,
Yeah.
um, is really important.
Oh, look, 100%. I think, the most important thing is that we've talked about this before, the self sabotage. We don't trust what we've created. And so we go into this long story. I've got all these modules, we do, and you lose them. They just want to know. So if you were to ask yourself in one sentence, what is the unique solution and transformation that you provide? One sentence.
For this episode, let's pop a little question down below. So if you're listening to our podcast on YouTube, pop it in the comments. Tell us in one sentence, what is your offer? What is the transformation that your client can expect to receive? What are they going to? What's their before and what's their after in one sentence? And the same for Spotify. We'll leave a little section for you to leave a comment in there as well for us. I
Yeah, I
think
love
for
that.
me, and this comes into sort of the marketing side of things as well, again, is that lead generation. Uh, I think we put too much pressure on social media posts. For coaches, they'll put a post out and that will be, right, this is the one that's going to get me all the clients. I've spent hours crafting this beautiful Canva post. This is the one that's going to get me all the clients. And then when it doesn't happen, you obviously, you feel really deflated. It just doesn't work like that. I think removing that pressure from when you're posting, and just see it as being what it is. You're building a connection. You're really focusing on that consistency of showing up on social media instead of having to put so much pressure on it converting to clients.
Mm. I think a caveat to that too is organic. If you're not going to get bites, if you're not getting people coming to you already, your market is not biting, right? And so if you're not getting people converting now off organic stuff, there's still a lot of work for you to do to get that messaging right. Because if you're going to throw money at advertising, you're just going to get a whole lot more of nothing, right? Because you still haven't got that messaging dialed down. And so the work that we do with our clients is that we look at their offer and we make sure that that offer is proven. So they've already got people that are investing, or there's some traction, right? So we know, okay, well, this is working for your audience because your language is hitting the mark, the program and the offer that you're offering, you've got some really good testimonials. And now you can start throwing money to that through Facebook advertising because you can nail where it's going. You can also nail the copy. But if you haven't got that happening yet, this is where, if you see organic posting as your testing ground.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good way of putting it. The testing ground. The next thing that comes up is not nurturing your client base.
Yeah.
So, you've worked really hard to get these leads, you've got a list, you're sending out emails to them, you're building that sort of relationship with them, but it's inconsistent.
Yeah, this is really something that I had underestimated in the early days. I did the whole, yeah, if they come to me through social media, they'll invest. But when you think of it as that journey, if at the beginning of the journey, and put yourself in their shoes, if you've just seen this person and
Mm.
you're not quite there yet with investing, but I have actually picked up one of your magnets, your free magnets, because something there resonated. But now you're leaving me in this mail list without any
Mm.
contact at all, or sporadic contact, or emails that are just pushing product where you're not really giving me much value. You're going to lose me. I'm not
Mm.
really going to be opening your emails unless I'm craving the information that you normally send out anyway.
It's a good chance to do a bit of a review of your list, your email list, and have a look at the stats. Who are the people that are opening up
Yeah,
your emails? Who are the ones that have been, dormant for a long period of time? And, you're probably paying for those emails as well. So this can be a chance to do a bit of a cull of those and save you some money that way as well.
yeah. And the thing to remember there is if you've got a large email list, it's going to impact on the open rates. The open rate circles back to whether your email service provider distributes your emails in the future. So there is this thing that I've worked with a lot of coaches that will go, oh, I don't want to saturate them. I don't want them to feel like I'm being a pain in the backside. And, but you want to polarize your audience, similar to the social media. If they're going to be sitting on your email list, give yourself permission for them to cull themselves. They can unsubscribe and invite them to. Even if you've had a dead list for a long time and you come back in and do a reintro, which is what we do as well, it's a regeneration process, invite them to
Mm.
unsubscribe if it's not really their space at the moment, because it's going to do you a lot of favors. You want to get your open rate percentage up there high.
Yeah. Is there anything else, Tanya, that comes to mind for you?
Think of the journey. So, the information that you're giving at the level of social media is going to be very broad. But as they move into the journey of getting to know you, move them into more intimate environments. And it could be a Facebook group. If they're on your email list, congratulations. and really congratulate yourself that they've come into your space, and then nurture the heck out of them. It's the cheapest form of conversion.
Yeah.
Once you've got them on there, you can build that quicker.
Yeah, that's it. And Tanga, you touched on this earlier as well, is pitching your offer. I think on one side of things, you can overdo it and
Mm,
just be constantly focused on that sale. But then on the other side of that, it's feeling uncomfortable to ask ask them, pitch your offer. What is it that you're selling? Ask for their business. Don't be afraid to do
yeah.
that. You deserve this. Your client needs you. Feel confident that you are the one that's able to deliver that transformation and ask them for that business. That's all that really comes to mind for me. I think you really touched on some strong
Mm,
points there in terms of getting the messaging right, the advertising side of things, the marketing, it's so complex, isn't it? There's so many
mm.
different holes that need to be filled, and sometimes it's just a matter of getting some support behind you to really guide you in the right direction. Is there any last thoughts from you, Tanga?
Yeah, I think, um, just when you thought all you wanted to do was come in and coach and you had to learn all these other skills to get it moving. Yeah, look, you will get to coach, but there's a huge journey that your client needs to go through before they get one on one with you. That's the place that we sit.
Mm,
We sit in the place at the front end where you build that genuine, authentic relationship with these clients and allow you to have the space to develop those programs, to come up with those extra ideas, to spend the personal time that you need for personal development. Give yourself permission to know that you're not going to be able to do all of those things at the front end. And so the idea of outsourcing that is a big piece.
yeah, for sure. Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap up this episode. Please, as I said, leave a comment below. We want to hear see your sentence of how and what the transformation is that your client can expect when working with you. And we hope that this episode's been helpful, and just maybe some ideas and some thoughts to ponder on for a bit, and
Mm,
reflect, pivot if need be. I
yes.
will see you
All right.
See you in the next episode.
See you then.
Bye. Thanks for joining us today. If you liked this episode, please hit subscribe and let us know in the comments below if there's a topic you'd like us to discuss in the upcoming episode. If we're not already connected on the major socials, you can find us at AuthenTech Edge Consulting. We'll see you in the next episode.